Disclaimer: this is a long video, so I've divided it into sections in the description below. If there's anything that you want to get out of this, go to there to find out what section of the video it's in. Thanks.
What's going on, everybody? Great Angel, Big Cheese, Don's Parts for the win. Yeah, I'm here. But I ain't gonna stand on ceremony. I'm not even gonna say that I'm back. Kind of. I am kind of back. Basically, I ain't gonna sugarcoat it this time. I don't know if I'm back or not, but I can upload videos. Let's just put it that way. Because, as you guys know, I said that I would be putting out a video the next time I got a new computer. So, I put out a video. Because that. Yes, what you were looking at was my new computer. And as you can tell, it's a laptop. And I don't remember if I mentioned this or not, but yeah, basically, don't mind me, I'm just opening everything back up again on my computer because, yeah. I told you I would get a video out the first day that I got a new computer. Well, this is basically just a temporary solution to that. I'll go into more detail about that later. Right now, you guys just want the nitty-gritty. So, basically, the future of this channel, no schedule. I'm sorry. I don't know if I can get a schedule or not, but this is what it is. I'm an adult now. I'm married. I moved to Florida. Obviously moved. But I'll go into all of that later. Right now, you guys just want to know about the channel. As I said, there's not going to be a schedule. I have two jobs. I don't know when I'll find time to upload and everything, but I will try to make a schedule eventually. It might even just be a once a month type of thing, but there's not going to be a schedule for right now. I'm sorry. It's just, you get videos at least. I mean, I've been gone for, a year and a half, so it's something. I'm sorry, but I'm here. I am. And what's different now is I have plans. This channel is going to change. Sorry, guys. It's gonna. Don't worry. I will still have Pokemon. Pokemon, I realize, is probably 99% of my channel growth. I realize that. And it's not gonna go away. I'm not getting rid of Pokemon. And no, I'm not starting a new channel. I'll go into that, maybe not in this video, but in a later time. If I think about it in this video, I will go into it. But for right now, this is what it is. As far as what's going to change, y'all know who he is? That's Vegeta. Maybe not my favorite Dragon Ball character, but he's one of mine. And Dragon Ball is going to become a part of this channel. It might start off branching between Dragon Ball and Pokemon, but Dragon Ball is going to become a big part of this channel. I have a lot of plans, but that's going to be one of the big changes. Dragon Ball is going to be a part of my channel. And no, it's not all just going to be Let's Plays. I have Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, I have Dragon Ball Dokkan Battle on multiple platforms. Well, maybe not platforms, but you get what I'm saying. But no, it's not all going to be Let's Plays and stuff like that. It's going to be, there's going to be discussions, there's going to be speculation, maybe even, I might even start doing, like, for those of you that know about Dragon Ball, that know about Dragon Ball Super, I might start doing reviews and everything. I know I'm a little late to the punch with it, but I might start doing that for people that haven't watched the series. That, I mean, granted, it's not going to be like live reactions or anything like that, but yeah, I might even do the Dragon Ball Super English dub, because it's actually out now, and they're actually, I think, up to episode 10 or 9 or something like that. But yeah, that's going to become a big part of the channel. And basically at this point, the big news is out of here. So if there's anyone that wants to tune out now, sorry, I know I still rambled, but if you guys want to tune out now, if you don't really want to hear story time or the details about my computer and everything like that, you can tune out now. But yeah, the big nitty-gritty stuff is out of the way, so you guys know what's the basic gist of it. But yeah. I'm going to go into details about the computer first, though. I'm just going to go back to what I started with. Basically, what happened with my computer, well, my Toshiba laptop, yeah, that's a thing. Basically, like, I think it was like 3 or 4 weeks ago, I started, well, actually, I've been having problems with it. It's been blue screening. Basically, since I moved down here. It started off, it only happened once, like a month or so after I moved to Florida, which I'll go into that in more detail later, because none of you know about that either. But yeah, I basically had a blue screen. Then a couple, maybe like a month or so, maybe 2 months later, I had another one, and they just kept getting gradually worse and worse. I started getting them 2 to 3 times a month, and then these past couple weeks and everything leading up to it, I would blue screen almost every day, maybe 2 or 3 times a day, and like I was being very cautious with the computer. Turns out, like, something was wrong with Firefox. Granted, I was running Windows Vista, so I don't know if Firefox just stopped updating and I got, like, a virus or something, but basically every time Firefox opened or whatever, it would crash, and yes, there's a fruit fly at my apartment complex, but basically the computer just is... It was in safe mode for the past 5 weeks. Yeah. And I left it in that because the only thing I could do, I couldn't even boot it into safe mode past the first try in a 24-hour period. So basically, if I didn't boot it, like if I didn't go press F8 to go try to boot it into safe mode the first time I turned it on, after sitting for 24 hours, it would crash and just keep crashing. I couldn't even do that. So once I got it into safe mode one time, I just left it. And because I didn't have my hard drive, my external hard drive, with me down here. And basically, I just left it in there. I searched and searched because I have a bunch of stuff in this apartment now. But yeah, I got my milk right here, so some milk for the working man. No, as people drink water or tea, I drink milk. But no, I didn't have my external hard drive with me. So basically it was, what do I do now? All of this stuff is on my computer. I can't just let it go. So I was like, hey mom, with my cell phone here, which I can't really do because I'm showing. The reason I'm doing this on my phone and not on my webcam is because I wanted to use my phone to show you the computer. In the future, I might use my webcam for stuff like this, but yeah, for right now, I'm just using my phone. But I texted my mom and was like, hey mom, did I leave my external hard drive at home? Well, I guess it's not home now. I live in Florida now, but again, I'll get to that later. Yes, I'm building this up so that you guys keep watching the video. Now, I will divide it into sections, so if you want to tune out to a different section, be my guest, but no. I texted her, and she was like, I don't even know what this thing looks like. Even though she was there when I bought it. Like, she bought it for me when I had problems like this before. And I just backed everything. And I was like, it took her a week and a half to actually even start looking. And then took her another 3 or 4 days because I still have a whole bunch of stuff back up in Pennsylvania. Yes. For those of you that didn't know, I lived in Pennsylvania before. But, yeah, I left a whole bunch of stuff up in Pennsylvania. I thought I had brought this with me, but it took her 3 or 4 days, but she finally found this. Just this. This is the actual external hard drive, but this is what she found. And I was like, yeah, that's it. Okay, cool. Did you find the mount with it too? Because, I mean, this alone can do nothing. Like, where do... Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Yeah, where do I plug this? There's no... Do I have a cord or no? It's I needed the mount too. And let me just flip you guys over because I like having my hand over on this side. But okay. No. I like having the cord. I don't even know what I'm talking about. I'm jumbling my words. It's been so long. I'm sorry, guys. But no. It only took her another couple hours, but she found the mount then and was like, is this it? And took a picture of it, and I'm like, yes, that's exactly it. Send it, please. And at this point, she's like, okay, I'll send it. But that same night, they texted me. I was getting ready to go to bed. It was like 10 o'clock or so. Or actually, it was more like 9 o'clock because I have 2 jobs, as I said earlier, and the other one has me waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning. So, yeah, even 10 o'clock is late to going to bed. But regardless, another sip of milk for the working man. But no. She texted me at 9 o'clock and was like, can you talk for a little bit? And I'm like, I'm getting ready for bed, but yeah, what's up? And they call me and they're like, so we know your birthday's coming up. Yeah, my 7-year anniversary on YouTube. Yeah, same day and everything. But yeah, we know your birthday's coming up, so since we know your computer's having issues, just go onto Best Buy's website and find whatever you want for under $500. Okay. Thank you, Mom. And I'm like, I seriously owe them. There's so much I gotta explain. I'm not going to go into full details and everything, but this is basically what happened. The reason I'm telling this story, well, I'll get to that. But basically, she was like, go onto Best Buy's website, find something for under $500, it's yours. So they sent me this. So I went onto the website and picked out something, and basically this is a refurbished laptop. I really didn't like having to get a refurbished laptop, especially since I am having issues with it. But I'm not going to get into that in this video. But yeah, they basically said, go ahead, get it. And I'm like, okay. It's Windows 7. It's an i7 processor, 750 gigabytes. I'm gonna try to put all the specs and everything on my YouTube channel because I know people like specs and everything, so it's not really the greatest in the world right now, but I mean, it's better than what I had. What I had was, I think, of like a 500, 400 gigabyte hard drive, or 250, I don't even remember, but yeah, that was interesting, and like an i6 or something, or not an i6, 6 gigabyte RAM. This one's 12. So, like, this one is considerably, I mean, maybe not considerably better, but it's better than my old computer, so I can do more with it. That does not mean, however, that I'm going to continue with going crazy with YouTube, because it is refurbished, and I don't want to push it. I pushed it with the last one, and we saw where that got me. Yes, it lasted me a long time. And it might still work. I don't even know. It might still work. I'm not going to test the waters for a while, though, on it. But, yeah, I'm really not going to test the waters on this one, though, because it is refurbished, and it already has shown me issues. But back to the story. Mom sent it in US. She bought that and sent the hard drive on the same day. She bought that, basically, long story short. It was sold out, and then she went back to try to find it again, to find maybe a newer one, and that one was still in stock then, so she just went and bought it, and she said it was actually not supposed to be here until like the 18th. Yeah, so I'm way ahead of the game. But she said it wasn't supposed to be here till the 18th, and it got here Wednesday of last week. Yeah, the day that I uploaded the video. But it got here that day. But the hard drive was supposed to be here Monday. It still wasn't there Wednesday. So basically my mom went to the post office, and she was like, well, it basically said it was supposed to... Yeah, I'm just going to stand up and start walking because, like, I'm getting tired of doing this. But, yeah. You can also kind of get a look around the apartment as I'm doing this, too. But I basically, once Monday came around, it said estimated delivery date, Monday, blah, 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 blah. Tuesday, it got updated to not updated. And it stayed like that until my mom went to the post office Wednesday and was like, well, if they have cluster mailboxes, the mail person might have put it in the wrong mailbox. And I'm like, oh no. Because that hard drive still had, like, all of my information from this computer that built up over all these years. So it had all of this information on my hard drive, on this hard drive, and I'm like, no, that is not okay. So, yeah, that was interesting. I freaked out when she called me about that Thursday, and I basically did everything in my power to be like, where is this? I need this. So basically, I get a knock on the door. I talked with someone. I'm not going to go into details about all that because that's another whole story. But I get a knock on the door Friday. It's my regular mail person. He says he wasn't working Monday, but one of the new people were, and he says they just don't train these people the way they should, and basically he left it off to new people screwed up. I don't know how, but they screwed up. But I have the hard drive now, and I've been spending the past couple days, it's now Monday, and I'm finally caught up with everything, and I've been spending the past couple days, like, getting everything reset up and everything, and that's why I'm making this video now. So, that's my computer story. But basically, I'm just using this right now until I can build my own computer. It might only be like a year, hopefully. I don't really know, but it might only be a year that I'm actually doing it like this. So, you dealt without me for a year and a half. So, a year with this type of computer, who knows. But, okay, that's computer. That's the computer stuff. Yes, I'm going to build my computer, and it's going to be awesome. So, after that, I want to get back to YouTube again. I really do. I miss making videos for you guys. I have a lot of fun with it, and, I mean, it's just going to be a fun time. I really hope it is. But I'm not going to go into details about the future and everything because I want to leave those for a surprise for you guys. I told you about the Dragon Ball. I told you Pokemon's going to stay. So I want to leave plans for the future for you guys to see. But, okay. That's that. Now, as far as... Now it's story time. I might as well go into story time because, yeah. Story time's going to be fun. I've got a lot of stories to tell. So, I told you this was going to be a long video in the disclaimer. So, yes, I envisioned that because I've got a lot of talk about. That picture on the computer that you saw, I'm pretty sure I mentioned it. I went through a couple of takes before this, but yes, that picture was taken at Niagara Falls. Coincidentally, one of the last videos, if not the last video I made. So, yeah. That trip, I guess we'll start right there. I gave my girlfriend at the time, as I told you guys, her name's Sam. I don't know if I said that in the video or not, but I gave her a ring. I said it was a promise ring. Basically, it wasn't. She didn't know that. She thought it was a promise ring. And it was kind of funny because when I gave it to her, I was mulling it over because I really didn't know how I would go about this, but this story is weird. This story is really weird, and you guys are gonna think I'm such a nerd and everything, but yeah. I gave her a promise ring that night after I made this video in our hotel room. And I was like, you know what, I might as well just give this to you because this is my birthday gift. Or this is my birthday because, I mean, April 27th, my birthday, so I was giving her her birthday present early. I gave her a promise ring. A promise ring. It was a really nice promise ring that I'm not going to say the number because even though she doesn't really watch my videos and probably never will, one of you might let slip or somehow, yeah. It was an expensive promise ring. A week later was her birthday. Yes, our birthdays are a week apart. April 27th, May 2nd. Yeah, week apart. So, the next week, we were going to spend time for her birthday. At this point, I am out of school, but she's not. So we went to our end of the year theater thing and everything. And for her birthday, I just took her for some alone time. We actually pitched a tent this place is basically a little, not campground, but like camp, like, school camp type thing. It's got like a pavilion and an indoor area and everything. But we pitched a tent anyway because why not? It's fun. But yeah. We went into the tent after we had done setting everything up, just to spend some time together after all the festivities were over and everything like that. And we went and I gave her her birthday gift. It was a bandana. She was a little confused. And I think I gave her something else, but that was unimportant. The important part was a bandana. Why? I told her, put it over your eyes and take my hand. Well, no, I'm forgetting this right now. I didn't tell her to put it over her eyes right away. I told her to take a hold of it, and I told her, let's just go for a walk. She has told me she was expecting this, but I was like, let's just go for a walk for a little while. Just the two of us. And we took a walk. We walked up to this, like, gate that led into the woods, like an old truck gate that went through the woods and everything. And I was like, okay. When we got to the actual ridge line for the forest and everything, where the truck path like went away, I was like, okay, put the bandana on, please. Yeah, it's kind of creepy, but I mean, we had been dating for year and a half now at this point, so she knew how weird I was. But yeah, she put on the bandana and I guided her through the forest myself, giving all the mushy like you trust me and this is the sign of trust and everything, and life will give us obstacles and everything like that, but we will go over them together. And yeah, it was cheesy, it was corny, it was weird, but in the end, we came to a clearing. Nothing around. I guess I didn't really do a good job of... I mean, she's always been a good navigator, but we came to the middle of nothing. At all. Nothing at all. And I let go of her hand, and I told her, walk forward a little bit. Couple steps. And then I told her, take the bandana off. And she took it off. She looked around, and I was nowhere to be seen. And she turned around, and I was on one knee with a box with another ring in it. Would have been really normal and kind of expected if that was the actual engagement ring. Which, honestly, to this day, I don't even completely understand what I did, but basically, that was the original engagement ring. I have told this to her before, but I told her that this... Basically, yeah, that was when we got engaged. She teared up and everything, and the whole mushy-gushy, and yeah, you guys know the whole situation, but yes, that was my engagement. But basically, that's not what cinched it. As I started to explain, the ring that I had proposed with was actually the promise ring, but I still... Well, actually, yeah. The ring that I proposed with was technically the promise ring, because I wanted the engagement ring to be the expensive one. I gave her the expensive one first. Yes, the week before in Niagara Falls, I gave her the expensive one. But the reason I wanted to propose with this original one was because I did not spend much money on that at all. And I felt like when I bought it, I knew this was the perfect ring. This is fit exactly her definition of it. What she had described, what she wanted out of a ring. And she had said when she got it, yes, this is exactly what I wanted. But I felt it wasn't enough. So the promise ring was actually the engagement ring. Yeah, the one I gave her the week before, the big one, was the engagement ring. And she had been wearing it for a week. Yeah. So basically she was kind of tied into it anyway. She couldn't have said no because she was already wearing the engagement ring, just didn't know it. So I was sneaky that way. I don't really even understand it completely, but this ring that I gave her on her birthday was actually the promise ring, because I felt it didn't fit it was exactly what she wanted, but it wasn't engagement worthy. So, yeah. Oh, I don't know what just happened there. I said the recording size was too big, but I cut off. But regardless, I knew it was going to be a big video, but yeah, the video stopped. But basically, what I was saying, she was wearing the engagement ring for a week, and I gave her a promise ring as an engagement ring. So, yeah, it was goofy, it was funny, it was weird, it was, I guess some might say cute, but yeah. And all of the women the whole 2 of you that watch my videos that have big crushes on me now just, left because I'm married and they heard the engagement story. No, I'm joking. I don't know if there are any women out there like that, but no. Regardless, basically, yeah. That was my engagement story. Now, as far as other stuff goes, my lighting is not good here, so I will go sit on this couch. But anyway, yeah. That's my engagement story. Basically, everything else that happened after that, I went to visit her all the time. I spent a lot of time at her place and everything. I actually was working. I don't even think. No, I wasn't even working. Yeah, I started working for my dad's company. Well, not my dad's company, the company my dad works for at least a year and a half then. And it was almost 2 years that I had been working with them, but she had plans that when we got engaged, we had agreed that like it was supposed to be a long engagement, like maybe 4 or 5 years. That didn't exactly happen, but I'll get into that a bit later. Maybe not even in this video, but basically, yeah, I worked for the gas company that my dad worked for, and I was working with them for quite a while, making good money, like really good money, which I should have been able to. I should. I, Maybe I was working for them when I made my last video, but um, I should have been able to build a new computer. But at the time, I had proposed. I had all that good stuff and everything, but I just didn't have the money. I was trying to save up for a wedding and spoiling the hell out of her because I was making good money and still living with my parents. And yeah, it was interesting to say the least. But basically, not real much happened in that year and a half that I was working for them. But basically, she had another year basically left at school then after that. And I think I had only been working for them for like half a year or so at that point. So I think I did work. But regardless, I'm diverging from what I need to talk about. Basically after that, we had discussed she wanted to move. She wanted to start working for Disney. Because we were both theater majors, that would be the ultimate end goal. We have friends that work for Disney and everything, so she's like, yeah, I want to get in with Disney. That would be a great end goal for me because she wants to do stage theater and everything. So, and we decided, okay, I will do Disney. I really didn't like the idea of moving across the country and everything down to Florida, but it is what it is. And we decided, okay, I'm going to try to apply to Disney. And I had to let my bosses know because, like, they needed to find someone to replace me. This type of job is not just a 2 weeks notice. You need to find someone. Like, I was giving them warning I may be moving to Disney. Like, is there a way I can maybe find a transfer, or I'm giving up again? Yeah, I didn't even move that time, but no, I think this time it's gonna be short. So after this time, I'm just gonna transfer these 3 videos over to the computer and then come back to this. But yeah, basically, I got laid off from that job because I gave them way too heads up of notice. Sucks, but it is what it is. They found someone and they didn't really need me anymore. So that really sucks, but it is what it is. I was only on unemployment for like a month, maybe 2 months. So because after that, I think it was like July or end of June, I applied to Disney myself, and within a week I got a call, and yeah, they basically wanted me to pack up and get my butt out of there. Get down to Florida. Yeah. I work for Disney, by the way. Yeah, that's a thing. But no, basically I got down here. It was only a couple of weeks before Sam got down here, but I needed to find a place to live. And our family friend, he actually helped me get into Disney. He put me up for like a week or two while I found a place to live, and then it was only like another week or so that I was there that Sam was going to be coming down. It was literally only like 3 or 4 weeks that we were separated, but I drove down here from Pennsylvania by myself in my car. Yeah, that was fun. I don't really know if that's sarcasm or not. It was pretty interesting to do that, but no, it was basically I work for Disney, and we found a place, and I'm not going to go into details about that, but basically everything hit the fan so quick. I needed to find another job because part-time work 3 days a week was not going to cut it. I found another job. Sam got down here. She found one job, and then within a week found another. And like we've both been working 2 jobs ever since. But like to afford our rent, we need to. Like our first place, yes, we had a first, and now we're in a second place because details. So it cancel that again. But I transferred everything, so now I should have plenty of time. Hopefully it doesn't take me to an hour, but yeah, who knows. I hope not. I really hope it doesn't become an hour-long video. But basically, yeah. I don't even remember what I was talking about. I think it was Disney. Yeah, I was working for Disney. We moved out of one place and into another pretty quickly because we just found something that suited us better, basically. And we're living by ourselves now. But in the meantime, we had gotten married. We had gotten married October 8th. Yeah. I remember my anniversary, so let's see how long that actually lasts. It shouldn't be that hard, hopefully. I hope not. I really hope not. But no, my wife and I, Sam, we got married on October 8th of this past year, 2016. And yeah, it was a beautiful wedding, and I mean, we had a few complications, but I mean, every wedding has complications. It's always a thing. But no, that's basically, I'm not going to go into full details about that, but basically she wanted to have the wedding when we moved down here because it was, despite my fears of actually, like, money-wise and everything like that, and the big move, things, knock on wood, seems to have worked out, kind of. We're on our own now, and yeah, we're living in Florida, working for Disney World, and, well, she's not. She's actually working at she's didn't actually get into Disney, but I did, so yeah, there's that. It was interesting, to say the least. That's a story for another time, but yeah, basically that's the big news about what's happened in this past year and a half or so, because as interesting actually, it hasn't been a year and a half. Yeah, It's been over a year and a half, actually, but no, that's really all the big news that I've got. I got a PS4. I don't know if that was before or after I said no more YouTube videos, but yeah, my Hauppauge, the HD PVR, my streaming tool, I left it at home because that thing's a piece of junk now. Anyway, I didn't take good care of it, and it's now a piece of junk. So I'm gonna have to get a new one of those, but maybe I can actually stream off the PS4. I'm gonna have to figure out some stuff to do with it if I'm going to do that, but we'll see what happens from there. I don't know, but in the meantime, we can't really do console games, but I can still keep up my Pokemon, and I can still do I can do the other content I'm talking about, like the discussions and everything like that, speculation type stuff. One of my first ideas is power scaling 2 different universes. Yeah, this will be interesting, but we'll see what happens in the future. But no, really, as far as the big stuff goes, that is what's happened in the past year and a half. If there's other stuff that I think of that comes back to me, then awesome, but I'll talk about it in some of my not as scripted videos and everything. Maybe if I do another vlog or something like that, I can explain some of that in those or whatever. I really don't know, but as far as story time goes, yeah, I think that's basically everything I have to say. And I'm sorry I rambled for so long, but for those of you that stuck with me this whole time, I thank you. It's awesome that you did, but I realize this is a long video. I warned you about it, but I mean, and I gave you the time that you could tune out if you really didn't care about this, or if you just wanted to get snippets and everything of my real life and everything like that. So, basically, yeah, that's what's up. I'm back, maybe? I really can't say, but we'll see. Also, Jobs the chimp in the corner there. Have I ever introduced you to him? I don't know. He's my puppet. But, yeah. I don't know if YouTube is introduced to Chaps the Chimp, but he might even be making an appearance on the channel here sometime. I don't know, but we'll see. But, okay, everybody. That is what it is. And thank you, everybody. It's good to be back, and I hope that I actually am, because I got a lot of plans and really not a lot of time. So, we'll see. Alright. Thank you, everybody. Great Angel. Big Cheese. Dunsparce for the win. Signing off.